Hello everyone, this is Joseph Lucier here for our weekly Tongren session. For people that are new, we do this as a service for people. You put in your requests into a chat either on Facebook or on our website, anasarwellness.com, or on Instagram, which is right here, also live. So what we want to do is give everybody the opportunity to receive a mini session of what we call distance healing Tongren therapy. So we look forward to working with you. This week, we work each week to support what looks like 30 to 50 people a week. So let's begin right away. And as we say, if you can put in information, if you're better, worse, the same, feeling better, different things. So let's work with interesting newbie. Oh, I got to also check my text because that's another source of information. Catherine and okay, so let's get this going. So let's work first for Catherine. She put in her request. Edema, macular degeneration, skin integrity. So we're working on a 3-part process. Edema, macular degeneration, skin integrity. So definitely clay for skin integrity would be good. Plenty of electrolytes. I think I mentioned before, in ambulances, they give you 9 grams of sodium because it's so important for cellular plumbing. Blood flow to the brain and brain command points. So edema, T7, T3, T7, edema, lymph drainage. LMNT, I think it's called drinklmnt.com, really good electrolytes. You need more electrolytes to increase the cellular plumbing, which is basically a sodium-potassium pump back and forth. Oh, I see just now, I didn't read the whole thing. You'll be here at 6:15, and we'll work on you again. There we go. Grounding liver 3 and kidney 1. Okay, let's go back to StreamYard and all these people. Oh, Catherine, you're early. And I just started. I was going to wait, but yeah, let's continue with Catherine. Drinking coconut water is not enough electrolytes. It's good, but not in your situation. You need more. You need sodium, potassium. So let's continue for Catherine. Spleen, lymph, T3, T7, and lumbosacral plexus, the nerves, and the actual lymph areas as well, and a quick lymph tune-up. Axillary lymph, the lymph of the sky window, axillary lymph, inguinal lymph. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Let's work on the ouch point of the legs. Okay, so let's continue on. Add sea salt to coconut water, even the size of a pea, or even half of that. But yeah, more sea salt, and see how that works. That should help. So let's go back to the website here. Interesting newbie and collected creation. Blood flow to the brain. Command points of the brain to initialize our computer system. Command points of the brain stem, especially for Linda, cervical neck pain and vertigo. That's GV17 for you. Having heart testing. T1 to T8 for any itis. But let's work on the shoulder release point for Linda. GB22. And the muscles of the trapezius, because that's going to create constriction for your medulla, the vertigo. So blood flow to the medulla, occipital area also to support that, and that will help. And welcome Ferris as well. For collected creation, I definitely would recommend wheatgrass balm, nerve regenerator for the left foot drop. Use it twice a week. Wheatgrass balm. I would put it on the feet, on the lumbosacral plexus, and the brachial plexus and the arm point twice a week at the most, if not less. Lump and throat, C3, 4, and 5. Definitely a colloidal silver throat spray. ALS T1 to T8, but brain activation. Rule out Borrelia infection. ALS might be a misdiagnosed Borrelia infection. For ALS and MS, maybe Lyme misdiagnosis or EBV misdiagnosis, my mistake. And activate the whole spine. Osteoporosis, T1 for the bones, GB39 for the bones, T1 to T8 for MS. There's an herbal remedy I may have told you many times for, this one is for AFib, but the same company. Where's the camera? There you go. Heart health, it looks like this, same colors. There's one for arrhythmia, there's one for AFib. Relaxer, these types of things can also relax and balance out the endocrine system, the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Activating the parasympathetic nervous system, the relaxation response. C3 for the eyes, GV17 for the eyes, pressure, sky window for the eyes, blood flow, sky window, and facial artery, also for the eyes, and the ouch point for the eyes. And the liver, also to support the eyes. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Okay. Let's go to, wow, everybody's on. What spray? That would be colloidal silver spray. D'accord, certainement. There's some Netflix famous show, somebody in Paris, Emily in Paris or something. And 40% of the tourists go to Paris now to see where that Netflix show is happening. That's crazy. So Edna, tap for left foot drop. Yep, we did that. We'll do it again. Weak left arm. Wheatgrass bomb. Okay, blood flow to the brain. Edna, you're walking much better. Beautiful. Let's work some more on that GV17. Walking much better. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Happy for you. I would check out, I think it's LMNT electrolytes. Edric Janyan, Edna Janyan, and now Edric Janyan. Respiratory muscles. Respiratory. Let's work on lung 1, lung 2, and definitely for breathing efficiency and improvement. This is called a relaxator. It increases lung capacity and it helps also to balance out the central nervous system. David, any improvements on the intracranial pressure? Increase foods that increase circulation, such as beet, sauerkraut, beet, kvass, waters. Respiratory muscles, so the diaphragm, CV17, T6, breathing muscles. Yep, definitely for respiratory. Basically, these breathing devices are resistance, which makes the respiratory muscle of the diaphragm stronger and go deeper and increase the lung capacity. I used it with someone who had only half their lungs because they were removed because of cancer, and they couldn't walk well upstairs, but then they could. Let's work on GV17 and the craniosacral fluid for the intracranial pressure, Crystal Palace. And welcome Joanna as well. And look at Catherine into pokeweed extract for edema. We'll both do some more, but that's usually a lymph accelerator. A good company is called Hawaii Farm, PHARM. Balance and coordination, GV17. In Tong, third eye. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. So we'll be creating, by the way, a community where everything that I do, all the courses, everything comes together so that we can intercommunicate to each other, support each other, and mostly fill in the gaps of what people need for their healing. Like I say, some breathing may be a good option. A cleanse may be a good option. So it's all integrated, and by January, it'll be all in. And we're also looking for some people that want to be there earlier to support and to, as we're creating it, to give us feedback as we create this community, international community of interconnected courses, workshops, libraries of information, live streams, challenges, all these different things. We will be one global village for the entire planet with all of our stuff and all of our people together, including all of you here. So we look forward to building that, and let me know what you think about that, because we want to keep connected. That's how we keep strong and keep supported and keep empowered of what we need to do. Tap, tap. Yes. Colloidal silver spray. wheatgrass balm, grass factor, that is a nerve regenerator. So Joanna, let's work on eyes, cataracts. I learned something important this week because I had slight cataracts and I thought, can't be my diet. And what else could it be? It's computer time. And what you need is, and I have them right here and I should be wearing them, but I'm not. These are blue blocker glasses. The blue frequencies are what is messing up our eyes, creating the cataracts. So any device you have, you need to block out those blue. You need blue blocker, either glasses or filters or something. That's what's creating the cataracts. But for the solution, one of the things is the cataract cure. And the book is not here. Carizius, the cataract cure book, and the NAC drops for your eyes. So that's a cure as well as Tongren. So let's do it. Ouch point for the eyes. These are blue blockers. And growth hormone, too much growth. So what that makes me think, we need to work better at sunrise sunlight to reset our endocrine system and our light program, our body lighting program. Inflammation, T1 to T8, so C3, mouth, so eye, C3, teeth, C3, C4, and bones, T1 for the bones, and T1 to T8 for inflammation. T1 to T8 also for HPV, it's a virus, it's an infection. Could even be Epstein-Barr virus, which should always be ruled out. Viruses create inflammation, vaccines create inflammation. So we have a question, what is good for sensitive teeth and gums? Coconut swishing. Look up coconut swishing in the mouth. Build up the strength. A good one is what I get is coconut swishing with some sesame oil, some calcium for the bones, and then also for your teeth, hydroxyapatite type of toothpaste. Okay, inflammation, grounding, so HPV, CV4 also. LMNT, there you go. All right. And let's continue. Let's go back to the website list here. Let's work for less and outgoing individual, less AZ, blood flow to the brain. AGE syndrome. Okay, so you need stem cells. Command points of the brain, command points of the brain stem. Another thing good for sensitive teeth and gums is they have these gummies, no pun intended, for the oral microbiome. Look those up. Make sure you get one without sugar. T1 to T8 for less. So let's make sure we phrase this correctly. It says cancer has spread. I don't believe it's anything new, but we definitely want to be vigilant about it. It could just be something that's been there now coming up in a different way, or the elimination of something and the side effects of something. So we don't want to be 100% determined that this is a cancer. Definitely there is activity. It is definitely a probability of being a cancer and a cancer spread. Is it dangerous? That's the big question. But let's treat it as seriously as possible, 100%. Now, 1, 2, 3. Detox and smoke. We have a detox cleanse, 14-day detox cleanse with clay process coming up. I think it starts in November 2, so you get time. So that's the best way to detox from smoke, mold, and lead poisoning. Clay is a binder, and this 14-day process basically builds momentum and draws out toxins for 14 days straight to really cleanse the colon, cleanse the tissues on a cellular level. So that's why we do it, because it's very effective. Let me know if you're interested in something like that. T1 to T8 for detox. Build up the lungs. T3, lung 1, lung 2, CV17. For lead alone, cilantro is a good option. For binders, high fiber diet. Liver issue, that's the liver has toxic overload from the smoke, mold, and lead. The liver deals with anger. But for deep despair, let's work on the microbiome. So that would be probiotic foods, probiotic supplements, but primarily probiotic foods. The supplements really aren't focused the way fermented foods are. So Linda, you use coconut swishing, get one with sesame oil, get a toothpaste with hydroxyapatite. Take a look at your toothbrush, which may be aggravating your teeth as well. And let's work for caring humanoid. Great name. So is it true that the humanoid started 100,000 years ago? Let me know what you guys think. That may be our earliest lineage. With a little help from our friends from other planets. That's what I've been reading. And more deep despair, GB13 right side for outgoing individual. Oxygen boost for less. Phrenic nerve, CV17, lung 1, lung 2. C6, T6 for the diaphragm, T3 for the lungs. So the coconut swishing is not helping? Linda, how long have you been doing it? If it's not helping, let's think of something else. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. IG is not on yet. Oh, it should be on now. They came last. So let me know if I see IG now. People are responding, so might have been a delay. Sorry about that. So Happy Mama, your sleep challenges. Yep. A good way is to reset your circadian rhythm by looking at the sunrise sunlight. I know it switched everything for me because I would get up earlier and go to sleep earlier, but that will set your sleep-wake cycle. It is actually a cycle. Night shift, day shift. So reset your day sleep-wake cycle by doing that. But let's work on that. The sleep-wake cycle, hypothalamus, suprachiasmatic nucleus, down to the superior cervical ganglion. In Tong, third eye for sleep, making me sleepy. My mom for, okay, Rachel, 3280, you are coming up. Let's also work with Esther, brachial plexus for the nerves, lumbosacral plexus for the nerves, bladder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, T7, blood flow, nerve flow, shoulder release, left shoulder, right shoulder, weak arms. A good herb for rest relaxation is called Stress Care by Himalaya brand with ashwagandha and I think bacopa. So that would be hormone balancing and very good. Or chamomile tea, of course, at bedtime. And did we miss AGE syndrome? Let's see. Carrying humanoid. Let's do the grounding first. Okay, carrying humanoid, left knee, hip, Hashimoto's tuna. Avoid fluoridated water, eat more iodine, or take more iodine supplements and sea vegetables. AGE syndrome, blood flow to the brain. For AGE syndrome, command points of the brain stem. T1 for the bones, bone marrow, stem cells for AGVC syndrome, but GV20, pituitary, C6, C7, thyroid, Hashimoto's. Superior, inferior thyroid arteries for the Hashimoto's as well. T1 to T8. There's a great filter, clearly filtered. It can be removed, absolutely. You can also do a great thing. Distilled water would be a great option as well. Fluoride is horrible. It's not good for you. It's a poison. The United States is starting to finally realize it's a poison since it's been banned and declared a carcinogen by the World Health Organization. Maybe the lobbies will finally lose out. So, gentle hero, hip pain, hip to hip. Also for Esther. Let's strengthen those legs. Circulation, blood flow, GV17. I didn't see your requests for you and Mama Shari and Laura. Is it in there? Is it up at the beginning? Oh, I did miss it. You are correct. Nope, I did not. So we're going to do that. It got in there. Let's work on that now. G for perfect blood. T1 for the bones. GB 39 for the bones. Craniosacral fluid for the bones. Perfect blood, T1 and T7. Spleen and T3 for the lymph, T7 for the lymph. T1 to T8 for the immune system. So around 6:39 my time, I'm doing your specific protocol, G for perfect blood. And let's also work for Laura, GB13 right side. Worry-free mind, C1, C2, C3, GB13. T1 to T8 for the strong immune system. Balance hormone, GV20, 22, hypothalamus, pituitary for Laura. And abundance, in Tong, third eye as well. And both of you, craniosacral fluid balancing, crystal palace, S1 to 5, T1, S1 to 5, tailbone 1 to 4. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And let's continue. And on the... So did you get the spray, colloidal silver spray or homeopathic sprays and also oregano black seed oil gummies. You chew it and it puts that flavor, that herbal remedy, soaking it in the mouth and the throat as well. Of course, steam tents with lavender or tea tree oil or oregano oil would be a good option. You go into the sinuses and it will go down into the throat. So that's another good option, a steam tent. So the Relaxator is on my website. There's also a course that comes along with it. It's a 4-week program where you can actually improve your lung capacity, improve your relaxation. So if you look on my website, it's there actually. Okay, let's continue. Alistair. So here's some great tips. Thank you, Alistair. I'm going to read these out loud. In fact, I'm going to not only read it, I'm going to put it on my below me. To harness the benefits of essential oils for gum health, consider these tips. Add a drop of tea tree or clove oil to your toothpaste before brushing. What a great idea. Dilute a few drops of peppermint or eucalyptus oil in water to create a refreshing mouthwash. Apply diluted clove or eucalyptus oil to the gums using a clean finger or cotton swab for targeted relief. Thanks a million, Alistair. Thank you so much. Great tips, everyone. I hope you got that. Blood flow to the brain. So if using castor oil and NAC drops for eyes, would you suggest alternate nights? No, I would think a good option is castor oil on the outside, NAC on the inside. Try it every night. Oh, I see what you're saying. Alternate what? I would do one in the morning, one at night. Yeah, try to get this going for you. Castor oil maybe in the morning, NAC drops at night. Probably a good option. Blood flow to the brain. And let's continue on. We have Rachel 3280, lung cancer, brain cancer, brain spinal fluid. Blood flow to the brain, brain command points, or the crystal palace. Blood flow for Augustina and Santino. 3 blood supplies for the brain stem, carotid artery, vertebral artery, spinal artery. And for Jay, we're going to go 3 miles more. While you're offering information, Alistair, what would be a good option? I recommended steam tent for the throat with tea tree oil or lavender oil. You may have some better ideas for that. But thank you very much for your input. Really appreciate it. Let's continue on with Rachel 3280. 3 blood supplies, craniosacral fluid, which is crystal palace, sacrum 1 to 5, tailbone 1 to 4. The spinal fluid is the nourishment for the brain and the spine. It is the immune system for the spinal cord. So for the bones, T1, TV17 for walk and balance and dizziness. Shoulder release point, blood flow, muscle tension for the neck and the brainstem and the areas that control walking. GB13 for depression. No energy, I suggest a round of copper to increase the availability of iron. When you increase the availability of iron, it improves the release of oxygen and then ultimately the balance of carbon dioxide, oxygen, and energy. T1 to T8. C3 for the eyes, T1 to T8, and oxygen for prevention of cancer and spreading. I highly recommend this book, Victory Over Cancer, by Dr. Rath. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And we have more from Rachel 3280. Hair loss, lymph nodes, lymph flow to the brain. Hershou, Heshouw, WU, classic herb for hair growth. Wash your scalp with castor oil. A little bit, it's pretty greasy. Lymph nodes. So let's do a lymph tune-up for everyone. T1, 2, and 3. And let's see, muscle loss and fast heart rate. GB 20 and 22. Hypothalamus manages the central nervous system. Of course, the T5, T6 for the heart. Bioelectricity of the heart. T1 and T8. Brachial plexus, lumbosacral plexus. Lumbosacral plexus for J. S1 to S4 for J. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And mystical blazer, let's work on that. Let's check one more time. And let's do that, and then we will tap out, so to speak. Blood flow to the brain. Very sore right jaw, gums, teeth, trigeminal nerve. Okay, blood flow to the brain. Brain command point, brain stem command points. Ouch point for right jaw and gums. Trigeminal nerve, carotid area, sky window. Shoulder release, GB21. GB20 for headaches. Classic points. Cervical spine, C1 to C8. Stress, cortisol. You can turn off your cortisol of the day if you go to bed around a good time. Have total blackout in your sleep, because that'll turn off the cortisol, turn on the melatonin. And I use a mask, actually. This is a special mask. So it blocks out the light, also blocks out EMFs for my eyes. Sleeping better with it. More sleeping, more dreaming. Santivia water filter. Not sure what that is. The clearly filtered water is a countertop. Good data, but I'll check out Santivia. Is that a under the counter device, or is it a pitcher? And you change the filters. Sounds a lot like the clearly filtered. So let's clear both. Let's compare both Santivia and clearly filtered. It's a pitcher, like clearly filtered. It's about $100. It's really good data. It sells out really quick. If you want one around Christmas, you better get it now. Santivia, never heard of it. Sounds great. So again, right jaw, C3, 4, and 5. Right jaw, gums, and teeth. Sky window for trigeminal nerve, GB20. Hormone balancing, GV20, governing vessel 20 for the pituitary. And let's work on the heart, T5, CV17, L2 for the kidneys, L1, L2, adrenals and kidneys for cortisol and stress. Diabetes, T8. Type 2 diabetes can be reversed through changing your diet. It is called insulin resistance. Removing high fats down to 10 and 20%. More plant-based fiber will take care of that for you. So those are two options. One is clearly filtered, and Santivia water filter. Two options for pitchers for filtering out fluoride. Okay, grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Okay, we are ready to go, and I have a new bowl. I traded books for a bowl. This one's cool. It has an Om inside. So sit back, feet flat on your floor, palms face up. Breathe through the nose as always, longer exhales and inhales for the relaxation response. If people want to learn about breathing for relaxation, there's also very specific breathing medicine. Let me know if you heard it. It's a little quiet. Add some extra chi, charge the lower dantian battery. Yeah, oil at night, drops during the day. Either way, I didn't see that. Yeah, one in the morning, one at night. Good idea. See how that goes. Is it helping? It should be helping. Okay. Thank you for joining, everyone. Blessings to everyone. Peace out. Oh, you heard it well. Great. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us on our weekly session. And we will see you next week. Continue. And as we sent out a survey for ideas about a possible, a community we will be creating with interacted, interrelated, interconnected everything. Because as we learn new things, we need to share them immediately, as quickly as possible, so that people can get the best benefit. Thank you, Eric, and everyone. See you next week. Take care now.